No,
What? One? We talk?
you. Thank you.
Don't do anything.
Good morning and welcome back to my channel. I'm your host, One Man, Three Hearts, and we are here for another dialysis and dialogue live here on my channel. Good morning to all of our OG Heart Train passengers, our members, our subscribers, and of course our new viewers who are joining us for the first time this morning. If you are new, my name is Christoph, and it's so nice to meet you. Happy Hump Day, everybody. We are halfway through the week. We're almost there. I hope that everybody's having a wonderful week so far. And if you're not, remember it's never too late to turn things around in your favor. Welcome to this morning's live where we are going to be discussing the importance of health, taking care of your bodies. We are tying this into our discussion from over the weekend, mind, body, and spirit. And so I want to encourage all of you guys not to take advantage of your good health, your many blessings, and trust me, in 10 years, you will thank me. Ghost Unspeakable, that's my guy joining us bright and early this beautiful Wednesday morning. How are you, Ghost? Good morning, good morning. It's so great to see you in the chat. Chat, please. Let's keep the momentum going here in the chat by liking, double tapping your screens, hitting the top right corner, three dot drop down menu. You can like and thumbs up the live. Show some love, everybody. Ghost, I'm doing well. I'm doing really well. So I'm here at dialysis. Just started my treatment. I'll be here for about approximately another 3.5 hours or so. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to everybody that's just joining us this morning for our dialysis and dialogue live. Now, one thing that I have shared with you guys in the past is that I am grateful to myofibrillar myopathy. And you may say to me, well, that's strange. Why would you be grateful to a rare incurable disease? And that's because that it has forced me, essentially, to appreciate things in life that I once took for granted. And that not only goes for material things, but also the people in my life, my loved ones. But most importantly, it's taught me to really appreciate and value my health. All of the many blessings that I have in life, despite living with myofibrillar myopathy, I'm still very, very fortunate in a lot of areas. And this morning, I really just want to help you guys to focus on your own health, things that you can do to be aware, listening to your bodies, going for checkups, staying on top of your physicals, making sure that you get checked out, especially if you have anything that seems off to you or feels a bit strange. And I mentioned this before, especially in our coping skills video, which you can check out in our playlists. But it's so important to be aware because early detection truly saves lives. It makes a huge difference. If you're able to catch something in the early stages, you can really make a huge difference and potentially even save your life. Lucy Cat is here with us. Good morning, honey. Happy Wednesday. Elaine is here with us this morning. Good morning. Another one of our loyal members joining us. Good morning, good morning. Elaine says, good morning, Christoph, producer Jennifer, and the Heart Train family. Health is wealth, chat. Health is wealth. And like I was saying to you before, sometimes it takes a major situation or challenge in life to occur for us to realize just how blessed we are. I know that was the case for me. There are so many things that I'm no longer able to do on my own that I know prior to when I was able to do them that I did not fully appreciate my gifts. Something as simple as being able to feed yourself. One of those things that we just go through our day and we take it for granted. Things like being able to shift my position when I am here in the chair at dialysis or laying in bed at home. Being able to scratch an itch. Good. So it's very important, that we highlight this because it's part of human nature for us to get complacent, for us to slip back into old patterns, to get into that autopilot mindset when it's really important that you pay attention to your body and the things that are going on with it. Now, one thing, again, that has been highlighted for me as I live with myofibrillar myopathy is the importance of nutrition. Being hyper aware of what we put into our bodies and making sure that the things that we put in our bodies that we consume are helping us to get stronger, helping us to feel good, helping us to feel energized, and ready to hashtag move MFM. Elaine is asking, how are you? Elaine, I'm doing well, especially in the last few weeks. I've managed to get my own strength back. I'm starting to feel like myself again since being discharged from the hospital, and I'm very, very grateful for that. There are a few things that I have not been able to regain since getting out of the hospital. Very slight things, yet they still impact me on a big scale because, not being able to move my hands and arms in the way that I want to, I'm still able to hold and navigate my phone. I'm really grateful to have learned so many accessibility customization features. That's helped a lot. Producer Jennifer is giving a big shout out and thank you to Elaine. Thank you for always engaging in our content. Big fist bump for viewing after the Alive Lives. Thank you guys. I want you to know that we do see all of you that leave comments, that are watching the videos, the shorts, interacting with the community posts. And we are so grateful for every single one of you. And chat, we have our Make It a Movie Night weekend coming up really quickly. So all of our channel members here on One Man Three Hearts will be able to take advantage of the free watch code to watch It Started with the Heart, our Sugar Beach Digital production, my inspirational life story, now available, distributed by DocuMarket on Vimeo. And all of our channel members, you'll get that free watch code starting at midnight on Friday, 12 a.m. on Friday, all the way till 11:59 p.m. on Sunday. So definitely, this is the time that you want to join my members. You want to join my members. Ooh, we have another drumroll drop. Even he doesn't know. Ooh, I wonder what this could be. Producer Jennifer says subs and members. Do you want to see Christoph absolutely erupt with joy right here live? Yes, I do want to know. I would love to know. Elaine says, I'm sorry you've lost some hand function. I'm pleased you're still able to navigate your phone and learning the accessibility features. Yes, Elaine, thank you. Thank you so much. Chat, double tap your screens. Keep that momentum going. Like and thumbs up the live. Producer Jennifer is sharing. Happy Hump Day, baby. Hashtag move MFM merch is now live on 5heartsmerch.com. Oh my goodness, that is the best news. Oh, chat, you need to head over to 5heartsmerch.com. The quick link is in the bio description and get your hashtag MoveMFM merch today. How exciting! Especially as we are rolling into Make It a Movie Night weekend. And also next week, we are having a very special inspirational Spotlight Victory guest, April 24th. Join us as we embark on a victorious ride with Helene Neville. Producer Jennifer says, new items. I'm eyeballing the mug for Java Time Sunday morning. Oh, yes. Yes, you know we love our Java. That would be amazing. Oh, wow, such great news. I'm so excited. I can't wait to get mine also. And like we said, this is so vital and crucial in terms of getting the conversation started. You get yourself a piece of merch like that and you step out into the world, people are going to be curious. Whether they say it to you directly or they go to their computer, their phone, and they type in hashtag MoveMFM, this is a big deal because it really will help to expand my movement and mission, to really raise awareness, and to ultimately find research and development for treatment and a cure. So this is great, great news. I can't wait to get mine and to be rocking hashtag MoveMFM out there in the world. Drea is joining us this morning for our dialysis and dialogue on this hump day. Saying good morning, how are you this morning? Drea, I'm doing well. I'm feeling really, really good. Especially the last few days. I feel motivated. I feel inspired. I feel ready to just go after it. Producer Jennifer is sharing in the chat HeleneNeville.com. That's Helene's website. I will be posting that along with our promotional flyer this afternoon. So you guys can check that out. The link to her website will be in that post. And we would love to have you join us in a Spotlight Victory for an incredible summer running with Helene across Canada. The first woman to ever do that. So we are going to be joining with her to make history. Yes, Drea. Ghost Unspeakable says springtime growth energy. Oh, I feel it. I feel that energy shift. Lots of new life, new blessings, prosperity, abundance. It's all there for the taking. Now, chat, I want to ask you, how many of you in the chat are staying up on your healthcare, going for regular checkups, physicals yearly, making sure that if you have any symptoms that are unusual whatsoever, that you go in and check them out? Or are you guys more the type to just let things go? And if you're not feeling bad in any way, you're just kind of like, I'll get to it. Now, this is something that I have also shared with you guys. My Uncle Carlos is one of those people that he is very adamant that if he goes to the doctor, then they're going to find something wrong, and that terrifies him. Thankfully, his wife pushes him to stay on top of his health and go to those appointments. Especially as he's older, that's really important. But he always says, no, 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 no. I don't want to go. And then they tell me something is wrong. So where do you fall on that scale? Now, I say this to my friends, my family. Producer Jennifer has actually remarked on this, but I truly believe, because I'm so in tune and in touch with my health, the fact that I don't miss appointments, that I am always staying on top of my blood work, I know that that will put me in a place, God willing, that I will live a very long and prosperous life. Because should anything come up, we're going to be on top of it so early. I do not mess around. The second something feels strange or off to me, I am on it. I don't let it fester, and I don't let it get any more intense or complicated. Yes, Drea, definitely have to check that out. Ghost says, I try to work things out with exercise and eating right and drinking water as opposed to medication. But I do regular checkups. That's good. That's good. And it's also really good that you are doing things to actively maintain your health in between those checkups. Things like exercising. Here on the Heart Train, we encourage you to just move. Get your body moving. A good stretch, a good walk if you're, especially now that the weather's getting nice, if you're able to get outside, get some vitamin D. Something that producer Jennifer encourages me to do so much, to try to get out, get some fresh air, a change of scenery even. All of that can help not just boost your health, but your mood as well. Drinking water as opposed to medication. That's really true also. And something that I've been trying to actively incorporate into my diet as well, because I'm very quick to go for the soda option or the juice option, and that's loaded with a lot of sugar and can be really potentially harmful to you in the long run. And that's why I say that if you adhere and follow some of the advice that I'm sharing with you this morning, you will thank me in 10 years. And it's never too late. That's another thing that a lot of people get into their mind, is that, oh, what's the point in me making changes now? I'm already old. I'm already too far gone. And that's another thing Uncle Carlos has said to me before. He says, I'm over 65. This is a bonus round. This is extra time. If anything happened to me now, I'm fine. And I'm like, listen, I understand the mentality, but I want you here for a while. You're my favorite. Elaine says, I used to actually be like Uncle Carlos. I feared bad news, and I used to put it off until I watched your video stating early detection saves lives. Elaine, listen, if there's one thing that you guys take away, it should be that. Because it really makes such a huge difference. I can't tell you how many real life people that I know, people that I care about, that I love, that would be dealt a devastating diagnosis. And then when you ask them more about it, it turns out that they had been experiencing symptoms for 6 months to a year before they decided to address it and say something. Very often people dismiss things like, oh, if they're having, let's say, frequent headaches or pain in their abdomen. Things like that are not meant to be ignored. And listen, the best case scenario is you go to get checked out, you have it looked at, and they tell you, hey, it's no big deal, you don't have to worry. But then at least you know, and you have the peace of mind going forward, that things are okay. And think about it this way, if you were to jump on it immediately, let's say you start having abdominal pain, for example, and 48 hours go by and nothing is improving, nothing is getting better, please head to the urgent care, head to the emergency room, place a call to your doctor. Because also, as scared as you may be to find out bad news, you could also catch something when it's in the very, very early stages, and that could be the difference between life and death. Drea says, due to some previous medical issues, I'm on top of my health. In fact, yesterday I went in for a physical. You see, Drea, and that ties into what I was saying before, right? Sometimes it takes something serious happening to us, something that we never intended for our life path, and that's kind of like a wake-up call. And what I'm saying is I don't want you to have the wake-up call, and I want you to be on top of your health even before that happens. Again, similar to our live discussion that we just had a couple days ago, you need to learn to prioritize yourself, to put yourself first. Oh, Drea, that man, when I tell you he is a one-man show, literally is just absolutely hysterical. No, Dre, absolutely. And there's no judgment in this morning's live whatsoever about how you take care of your own health, how you manage your different appointments. It's just a matter of getting you to be aware that these things are important, that they matter. I know a lot of people that will make medical appointments and then they end up canceling a day or hours before because something else comes up or they're prioritizing other things over their well-being and health. They don't see it as urgent or necessary. And I'm telling you that that could set you up for a very dangerous situation going forward. Our bodies are our temples. That saying is cliche for a reason because it's true. And we have to take care of our temples. You have to appreciate the fact that your body has carried you through so much, that your legs, should you be so blessed, are able to get you from point A to point B by walking, that you're able to enjoy food, that you're still able to taste food, that you can see, that you can smell, that you can hear. All of those senses, like I said, very often we go through the day and we fail to appreciate it. I don't know about you guys, but for me, for example, whenever I would get a cold, let's say you wake up one morning and you have a sore throat, my first thought would be, wow, I never appreciated all those days prior that my throat wasn't hurting. It's now that I have a sore throat that I'm saying to myself, oh man, this stinks. And I really wish that I felt better. Sometimes, like I said before, it's when things happen to us, only then do we take a time out to recognize, oh man, I should have appreciated that while I was able to. Christina Strube, oh, another one of our loyal members in the chat. How are you, Christina? Sending you lots of love from dialysis here on this hump day. Christina says, sending a quick love and hugs. Only got a quick break. Love and miss you all so much. Oh, Christina, we miss you too. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day and an even better rest of your week. Producer Jennifer says, April is skin cancer review, mammograms, and taxes. Victoriously done. Yes, Producer Jennifer, way to be a shining example for the chat. We are also celebrating organ donation in April. It's Organ Donation Awareness Month. Hashtag Donate Life, as well as autism awareness. So these all tie in very nicely to our discussion this morning. Health is wealth. It's crazy because some of you may know, but I'm still paying the price till this very day for not being on top of my medical and my medication regime after my first heart transplant. I was blessed with a miraculous gift of life, and because I was negligent, irresponsible, and even a little wild at times, that gift was compromised, causing me to need a second heart transplant and landing me in dialysis because my kidneys failed during that time. A lot of people do not realize that my kidneys failing was something that I caused myself. It's not a result of myofibrillar myopathy whatsoever. It was because I was non-compliant with my medication back in 2004, causing me to be back in the ICU, awaiting a second heart transplant for 7 months. 7 months, and in that time, my kidneys failed. And I have no one to blame but myself. And so that is a big reason why I open up and I share so vulnerably and with such transparency here on the channel, because I hope to be an example to others that your health is not something to mess with, not something to take advantage. And you may kind of shrug it off as no big deal, but I promise you, as the years go by, you're gonna regret it. The things that we do to our body, the things that we ingest in our body, they do have lasting effects. And while they may not impact you immediately, so you end up saying to yourself, oh, what's one more chocolate bar? Hey, you know what, let me just go to the fast food restaurant. And if you do that enough times, little by little, it's going to have negative impacts and effects on your body. And so, again, this morning discussion, we just want to remind you to appreciate your health, to value your health, to take care of your bodies. We say this all the time, but self-care is super important. And not just not just taking care of yourself physically, like things like exercising and eating well, but also making sure that you take care of yourself emotionally. We talked about this on Sunday, making sure that your brain and your heart are aligned so that you can be in optimal health and achieve your true potential. Ghosts, yes, absolutely. I was absolutely young, very young, still learning and navigating life. And also, you have to remember that for the first 17 years of my life, I was very sheltered and I had a lot of support. Um, some may say that it could it could be on the verge of toxic just because once I was thrown out into the world, it was almost like too much for me. I was very overstimulated and I didn't know what to do first. It was my first time being on my own, preparing my meds on my own, being in charge of my own schedule, and the whole thing was just too much. Rob Lewis, how are you, Rob? It's good to see you. Welcome to our Dialysis and Dialogue Live. Rob says, I've noticed that your lifestyle in your 20s has effects on your health in your 60s and 70s. Yes, Rob, that is so true. You have to be proactive and preventative. Do preventative measures to ensure that you grow old gracefully and you're not paying the price for your bad decisions. Our bodies are very remarkable. They are capable of so much, but they're also very fragile. And I think that because we are so resilient, a lot of people tend to forget that over time, things can have an impact on us, whether it's positive or negative. Now, also, I think that Helene Neville, our special Spotlight Victory guest on April 24th. When you hear her story and her journey, that will reiterate a lot of what I'm saying today. Because Helene has been through quite the ordeal. She is a 4-time cancer survivor. She's also an author, motivational speaker, and a nurse. And I can promise you that had Helene not taken certain actions and steps to take care of herself, that she would not be with us today. And yet she is 65 years young and about to embark on an extremely victorious ride, running across Canada, the first woman to ever do it. And so that is just another example of what doing things to keep your body in shape, to keep yourself healthy, to keep you feeling motivated and positive. All of those really do push you forward and keep you healthy. Rusty! Oh, Rusty! You know, producer Jennifer was just shouting you out the other day, and so we are so happy to have you here with us for Dialysis and Dialogue. How are you, buddy? Ghost says it was our first time at Everything for Everyone. No one really knows anything unless they witness or are taught. The eyes of babies. Ghost, that's so true. You know, we learn through our experiences and through the experiences of others. And that's why, again, I think that it's super valuable that I open up and share, because I do not want you all to make the same mistakes that I did. Shady Link, how are you? Good to see you, buddy. Another one of our members. Guys, I love to see your green handles lighting up the chat as our members. You guys are awesome. I know Ghost often has a lot of wisdom to share with us on the chat. It's awesome. It's great. Rusty says, busy life, but can't complain, just trying to build bank again. Oh, I hear that, Rusty. Oh man, I'm on my way to financial freedom myself, and I am going to do everything in my power to get there. Miss Ellen Boazot, how are you? One of our OG Real Housewives of One Man, Three Hearts. Chats, don't forget, if you missed it, we have a new merch item on fiveheartsmerch.com. Our new design, hashtag move MFM. Guys, visit the quick link in the bio. Check out all of our merch designs, but especially our newest hashtag move myofibrillar myopathy design. It really is a great help, guys, for you to go out into the world rocking that piece of merch. Trust me when I tell you, you will be making a difference whether you realize it or not. Getting eyes on hashtag MoveMFM is everything. Drea sent a happy poop. Well, it's a happy hump day, so thank you so much for that generous Ruby. The power of 5 strong today in our chat. Rob says, do you feel that you're too hard on yourself sometimes? Rob, yes, absolutely. And I think that goes for everyone. You know, we all have moments where we need to give ourselves a little bit of grace. We need to be a little patient with ourselves, with our bodies, with the growth process. As Ghost said, you know, sometimes we don't know any better, and we're just learning as we go. One thing that I do say a lot is that it's okay to make mistakes, but repeating them is considered unacceptable. You really should be learning from your mishaps, your bad choices, your misjudgments. See, because everybody has grace to slip up here and there. But if you've been through a particular situation, you have learned the lesson, and you still choose to ignore it, That is no one's fault but your own. Shady Lick says I'll be following your advice, prioritizing my health, because health is wealth. Shady Lick, I love to hear it. Because I want you guys to be with me for a long time. And the only way to ensure that is if we hold each other accountable, we look out for one another, and we give each other good advice. Shady Lick, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Trust me when I say you will thank me in 10 years. Ghost says, fool me once. Amen. Amen, brother. Producer Jennifer says, digestion happens on the heart train. Praise hands emoji. Look at that, guys. 13 for 13. We got 13 people in the chat and 13 likes. I love to see it. That's my number. I'm born July 13th. And that is a God wink if I've ever seen it. Guys, we're coming up on 11/11. I want you to get ready to set your intentions. And today we are setting intentions for good health. Okay? And good health is only going to be ensured if you make sure to take steps, small, consistent, actionable steps to take care of your bodies. Mind, body, and soul. Everything included. Rusty, your birthday is July 14th? Awesome! No wonder I could tell you're a Cancer by your generous heart and your beautiful spirit. Bastille Day. Yes, buddy, Rusty. Oh man, that just made me smile to know that you're a fellow Cancer. 11/11, chat. 11/11. I want you all to visualize yourselves healthy, feeling good, feeling strong, feeling energized, going after your goals, prospering, and doing your part to make sure and take care of your health. I'll give you guys a small behind the scenes. Producer Jennifer, shout out to you. 11/11, baby. Blessings on the heart train. Now, you know what I was telling you about, make a mistake and then learn from it. I'll tell you, my first time around being on dialysis, I was very negligent and non-compliant in terms of listening to what my nutritionist and my nurses were telling me to do. And I'm really I'm grateful, but I know that there was a point there where I was really potentially damaging my transplanted heart. And, I had to have a big wake-up call because there was a moment when I was not feeling good at all because I had overdone my fluid intake. My breathing was really labored, and so I told myself from that moment, listen, Chris, you're only hurting yourself. You really need to buckle down. And so this time around, being back on dialysis, also I'm a little bit more mature, I'm older now, a little bit more wise in terms of the things that I've learned. And so now I know that it's very important that I am compliant. Look at that live stream where just one night I unknowingly overdid my potassium intake, and the next day my heart stopped. So this is exactly what I mean when I say that it's so important that we are conscious of the things that we do that can potentially harm our bodies. And trust me, that meal was delicious in the moment. It was so good. Was it worth my heart stopping the next day? Absolutely not. Edwin Jones, good morning. Welcome to our Dialysis and Dialogue here on One Man, Three Hearts. This morning we are discussing health being wealth. And if you take these small tips Very little things that you can implement and change in your life that will make lasting changes, and you're sure to thank me in 10 years. Ghost Spiegel says, like the great Arnold Schwarzenegger said, put that cookie down. Put the cookie down. Yeah, Shady Lake, only a few months ago. You can actually check it out in our One Man, Three Hearts Alive Lives playlist if you missed that, and the scary moment that producer Jennifer had to save my life when my ventilator got disconnected. All of those things are in our playlists. Edward says my blood pressure too high, cholesterol went down. Edwin, again, that's why it's so important that you get regular checkups and blood work. I have a lot of friends at my age, they were unaware of how much our bodies change once we turn 40. You can't just go around slamming down burgers and fries and adding salt to all of your meals. Like, all of those things, again, will catch up with you. And so I know what you mean, Edwin. I have a number of people in my life that thankfully will get their blood work done and realize, hey, I gotta make some changes. I gotta change my lifestyle. I have to change the way that I eat. And it's not gonna be easy, trust me. A lot of these things, as simple as they may seem, for whatever reason, as human beings, it's very difficult for us to do what's best for us. I don't know why that is. It seems like something that should be so simple, and yet it's very, very difficult. Things that are bad, they're just, unfortunately, they feel so good. But again, in the long run, it's only going to hurt you. And what do I tell you guys? The hardest part in anything is starting. My mom has shared that with me, since I was a kid, and it's so true. You'll find that once you take that initial step to make those difficult changes, and you get yourself into a routine, it then becomes second nature. So yes, giving up some of those sweets and fast food and the junk that so many of us will admittedly put into our bodies, it's not going to be easy. And especially in the early stages, you may find that you have severe cravings. Like, I know when I limit my sugar intake, it's like in that moment my body wants more of it. But then little by little, you'll notice that you start to get over that. Shady Lick says, pushing myself to exercise has been so hard lately. Shady Lick, I think a lot of people in the chat and those watching the replay can agree with you. A lot of people dread exercising. But I'll tell you what, once they're finished, those endorphins kick in, you start to feel better, and you're glad that you pushed yourself to do it. And again, if it becomes a part of your routine and something that you implement into your schedule, that you block out time for, you're going to find that your body will start to adapt and adjust to that new routine, and it will not be as difficult once you get started. Edwin says I had both high blood pressure and high cholesterol, all went down. Nonetheless, all from being depressed from a car accident. Wow, Edwin. Well, I'm happy that you were able to implement those changes and turn things around, because I'm telling you that is gonna benefit you in the long run with your health. Rusty says most people are in relationships in their 40s. They don't tend to feel the need to look after themselves. I blame the women in my life for getting me fat. Rusty. We get complacent, and again, that is no judgment, because it's all part of being human. But hopefully today is just a little bit of a wake-up call for you guys to do everything that you can to make sure that you are looking out for yourselves and putting your health first. We talked about this last night. Self, priority, and freedom. You want the freedom to be able to grow old and not have aches and pains and be hooked up to machines. You want to be able to turn 70 and feel youthful and strong and energized. Yes, exactly. Go start small. Small, consistent, actionable steps. Because remember, if the goal is too large or unattainable, that's only going to deter you from working towards it. If anything seems too impossible or overwhelming, that's just going to put you in a mood and a state where you're like, you know what, I can't even achieve that anyway. And all those negative thoughts start to creep in, and then you're right back into the bad old habits. Ghost says, I think everyone gets stuck in their I'm young and fit mental images, Rusty. Everyone is 20 in their minds. Yes, it's so true. Where I'm guilty of it. I remember after my first heart transplant, I was feeling so great that I literally thought that I was invincible. I thought that that's it, I could go out into the world and just do all kinds of crazy things and not pay the consequences. Well, quickly realized that that was not the case. And for those of you that have not seen the short documentary, if you're a member, you'll be able to take advantage of the free watch code and you'll be able to learn more about what I'm talking about in watching the short. Producer Jennifer, absolutely. Keep sharing, Heart Train. We get fueled by community chatter. We love to see you share with each other. Yes, guys, we really encourage your comments, your engagement, only where you feel comfortable. But just know that we love to see you guys peel back the layers and open up. Rusty says ghost. I thought that right up until I noticed I got a belly. Rusty, that dad bod. That dad bod. But it's okay. For example, my dad, I'm really proud of him because he has tried to change his lifestyle and I can definitely see it. He's lost some weight. I can see that he looks fresher, he looks younger. So it's really important, guys. Another thing to share, one of my uncles is diabetic and he actively makes time, he carves out time in his day to exercise, and that is how he regulates his blood sugar without needing additional medication. He is so devoted to exercising and making sure that he is active, and it's really helped with his life, the entire health and lifestyle. So you can make changes. It's never too late to turn things around. Unless, like I said, you put yourself in a position where you're ignoring things for way too long, then it's going to catch up with you. Ellen Bozart says, I've been taking 15 minutes to get stuff done every day. It helps a lot. Oh, that's good. That's really good that you're carving out time to prioritize yourself. Another thing that I have tried to implement recently is waking up and saying, what do I need today to ensure that I am at peace, that I'm happy, that I feel fulfilled? And again, it's okay if you don't have the answers immediately. Sometimes it takes a little time as you go throughout your day to realize. But it is a good, actionable step to take in the morning to ask yourself, what do I need today? What do I need to ensure that I am not anxious? What do I need to make sure that I am feeling good, that I'm feeling positive and motivated? What do I need? Rusty. Some women like the Kim Jong-un body. I've heard that. It's nice to be able to, cuddle up with someone like that. Rusty says, I wake up and say, why is there a cockerel waking me up at this time in the middle of the city? Is that a rooster? What's a cockerel? I've never heard of that. Chat, we have 15 likes. I love to see it. The power of 5. Let's keep that momentum going. Double tap your screens and hit the top right corner 3-dot drop down menu. Also, we are trying to keep our YouTube bonus streak alive. We have a Ruby. We just need a Super. And I believe one more member. Rusty, stop. Rusty, where are you from? Where are you watching from? Cockerel is a chicken, a rooster, I think. Okay, that's what I figured. But I didn't want to jump the gun. Mom, can you wipe my nose for me, please? Cockerel is just a younger rooster, I think. Oh, okay. Awesome. Thank you. Rusty, you're in England. Very cool. Nice. Very cool. Chat, once again, we have our Make It a Movie Night weekend coming up this weekend. All channel members will be able to take advantage of the free watch code to watch It Started with the Heart. It Started with the Heart, my inspirational life story. 23 minutes. A Sugar Beach digital production distributed by DocuMarket. Now available on Vimeo.com. And also, we have a very inspirational Spotlight Victory guest joining us next week, Thursday, April 24th. And then again on May 1st, early in the morning, because she is going to be running across Canada. And we want to be with her at the starting line to encourage her. So guys, please be sure to set your notifications to all. Set your calendars, your reminders, set an alarm. You are not going to want to miss out. Girls get hiccups too. Good morning, good morning. Rusty, stop. Although I'm sure it'll be delicious. Put some barbecue sauce on that. So chat, what are you guys going to be doing to take care of your health? It could be something very small, but just make a change. Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. I know, Edwin. That's my guy right there, Edwin. You know the good stuff, huh? Well, guys, the cramps, they started early today. Before the live, I was like, oh my gosh, am I even going to be able to do this? Because the cramps were intense. But thankfully, they, subsided. They're coming back a little bit now, but whew, All right, Girls Get Hiccups 2 is going to exercise more. I love it. I love it. Anybody else? Ghost says I need to keep doing my home physical therapy more often. Ghost, you know it's crazy you said that because I had a visit yesterday with my cardiologist, and that was one of the things that I said. Listen, I need to get back into physical therapy. I need to have my body moved, stretched. I need to do a little bit of light strength training, and so I'm right there with you, Ghost. And I'm getting back into mine for sure. So bad, chat. I'm so excited after the live to head over to fiveheartsmerch.com to see our official hashtag MoveMFM merch. I hope you guys will check it out too. Help move myofibular myopathy by going out to the world and rocking that swagger. Again, the quick link is in the bio, but you can also type into your browsers fiveheartsmerch.com. That's the number 5heartsmerch.com. F. Garcia, good morning. Good morning. I want to travel more. Girls Get Hiccups too, that's good. That's a great one because I think that traveling, making sure that you take a vacation. Sorry, chat, somebody tried to call me. I don't know why some calls still go through on Do Not Disturb, but my apologies. F. Garcia says, I've been doing research on cleansing from heavy metals, which hides parasites. I will be doing this very soon as it promotes healing. Wow, F, that's great. That's great. You know, I actually have a friend who was exposed to mold while on the job, and so she has been doing a mold cleanse for the last several months. So I totally hear you on that, F. And good for you, you know. Well, chat, I want to thank you so much for joining me this morning for Dialysis and Dialogue as we promote health. And I really hope that you guys will implement some changes to take care of yourself, to realize that you are valuable, that you are worth taking care of. Yes, that's right. We have 16 likes. We love to see it. We did not hit our YouTube bonus program this morning, but we thank you all so much for being here, for your support, for your continued love. You guys are the best. Don't forget that we will be going live again tomorrow for our Life Coach Club Car members and higher. Tomorrow is going to be our Life Coach Club Car members exclusive, and then we'll be back again here on Friday for Dialysis and Dialogue. We do go live every single day here on One Man Three Hearts. If you'd like to check out the schedule, it is posted in the community post section. This afternoon, I will be also posting a flyer to promote Helene Neville, so I would love for you guys to check that out and show some love. Check out our website. The link will be in the post, heleneneville.com. Again, that's April 24th. In the evening, we'll be together. Lefarius. Oh my gosh, Lefarius is always there in the background, waiting to come through at the last second. Lefarius Monster gifting a very generous membership on this beautiful hump day. Bitcoin Obama was gifted a membership by Lefarius Monster. W's in the chat for Lefarius, guys. W's in the chat. She's a slut mess. Good morning, my friend. Good morning, good morning. I'm so happy to see you. How are you doing? Happy Wednesday.
needed something first?
No. My goodness. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Good morning, Slot. How are you? Drea. Oh my guys. Of course. You guys in the 11th hour made the YouTube bonus happen. Wow. Oh my goodness. So the streak keeps going. The streak is alive, live here on One Man Three Hearts. Thank you so much. Guys, W's in the chat for Drea. Lighting up our screen. Light sky blue. Showing some love and officially activating our YouTube bonus. Drea, I think you have your own streak going of putting us over the top for our YouTube bonus. Thank you, chat. Thank you. She's a slot mess with a generous ruby. W's in the chat for slot. Oh, wow, guys. Thank you so much. Oh, slot mess. Sending a very generous Teal Super says, good morning to Mama Heart. Oh, thank you, Slot. That's so, so nice. She says good morning. So nice. Can't stop, won't stop. You know it, baby. That's the energy that we are rolling with as we hashtag move MFM. Slot, I know you are just joining, so I want to let you know that we have a new merch item. Hashtag move MFM is now available on 5heartsmerch.com. Just in case you want to check that out, Slot. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate all the love, the likes. Oh, my voice is starting to go too. I really appreciate you guys joining me for Dialysis and Dialogue. And remember, your health is your wealth. Take care of yourselves. Make sure to get checkups. Early detection saves lives. You can also check out Diagnosis Disassociation. That video, we have a couple videos in that series. If you're dealing with or you just received some devastating news for a diagnosis, that video will be very helpful in terms of coping. Dialysis Disassociation Coping Skills video. She's a slobber. Oh my gosh. Yes. Slobness. I'm debating between that and the boxcar hoodie. So can I think about it a little bit? You're so sweet though. Thank you so much. Yeah, I haven't seen them. I can't wait to go and check out the website right after the live. Oh. 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 So sorry. Ah, man. Alright, guys, I love you. Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow. Our Life Coach Club Card members. Have a great rest of your day, okay, everybody? Thank you so much for the support. And remember that you are worth taking care of. You guys are so beautiful. Stay healthy. For us, yes. Ghosts, exactly. Thank you, Slot. Yeah, after dialysis, it'll simmer down. Bye-bye, guys. And thank you again for all your support this morning. I'll see you soon. A big shout out to producer Jennifer Cascardo, creator of the Heart Train, marketing strategist, producer of One Man Three Hearts platforms, the genius behind the scenes. Guys, give it up for our live stream moderator that holds it down in all of our chats. W's the tiger emojis for producer Jennifer Cascardo. Elaine, have a great rest of your night. Elaine, Drea sending you love. Slames sending you lots of love. Ghost, I love you, buddy. Lucy Cat, have a great day. Damien Cole, Producer Jennifer. Smooches. Tiger smooches, everybody. Enjoy your rest of your day and have a wonderful and amazing rest of the week. I love you guys. I'll see you soon.